taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
But yeah, no, we just have one more preview left, and we'll probably.
We gonna still do that performance poll too? Pause.
We want to do it near the end.
Yeah, we can do it after this.
Yeah, because like this preview is not going to be long though, but it is notable since it's going to be the first real card of the year, and it's going to be the return of one Vergil Ortiz, who apparently now has his rhabdo under control and has decided not to kill himself, making weights he probably doesn't need to be at anymore. You know, he'll be making, I think it's a 154 debut. Now, I mean, I'm not guys like probably one of the most disappointing things of 2023 was the cancellation of him and Stanionis. You know, like that was the weekend. They had a weekend to themselves, and that was okay. Yeah, Stanionis Ortiz was going to be the fight, and then again it was postponed and canceled, and then that was just like it was a whole nightmare. Stanionis has yet to have been rescheduled, and Ortiz at least got a fight, which is weird, But yeah. But Golden Boy didn't give up on Ortiz now, but now Ortiz is going to be like kind of fighting behind, because now the person who's been like his rival with Boots has a belt, and he's over there just like, okay, what are we doing now? What are we doing? So now he's at a higher weight. He's going to be testing himself against one Fredrick Lawson, who is he's basically with Lawson. Every time he stepped up in competition, he's got KO'd. Like dude got KO'd by Charles Hatley. Like like that's the type of level. He's Ghanaian. He punches hard, but when you got KO'd,
didn't this dude barely beat fucking old ass Breeders Prescott? An old Breeders Prescott.
Yeah.
Shopborn Prescott. He did, yeah.
Yeah, like Lawson is Lawson is like the perfect opponent for.
I remember when he came on the scene, PBC used to act like he was an African Triple G for a little bit. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, and then that Canadian cat beat his ass and broke his jaw. Yeah, like because I remember because that Canadian cat I think fought Kell Brook. Kell Brook like washed him like it was like fucking dirty draws and shit. Like it was just like. Yeah, and then after that, it was just it was like Lawson was more or less that shit came to a halt, and basically like I said, just was knocked out left and right, and every time he stepped up. But hey, Golden Boy's like, we'll bring you back against Ortiz. Like we want to see what you have. So I mean, truthfully, Ortiz should not have too much trouble with Lawson. If he does, then I'd say that something went horribly wrong. P, have you even checked out the odds for that fight? I'm pretty sure they're probably like.
Hold up 1 minute. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I'm curious to see because what those odds actually are looking like for him.
Hold up, 1 moment. Hold up. I'm letting FanDuel load up, and then let me see what the hell. I don't even know if it's up yet, but it probably is up.
It probably is up because we're.
Hold up.
Actually, I just brought it up. It's absolutely up. Like everything is up for it.
Oh yeah. Minus 2,400. Okay.
Yeah. And Lawson is plus 1140. That's just the money line. Like the method of victory is Ortiz by points of decision plus 630. By KO minus 500, draw 2,000 plus 2,000, Lawson decision plus 2,500, and Lawson KO plus 1,260. Actually, surprised it's actually a lot lower than I thought it would be. But Lawson, for all his faults, can actually punch. But like I said, Ortiz should absolutely, positively get rid of dude. Like he should. And if he doesn't, then that's a huge problem.
It's not especially you trying to be, taking over and staking your claim in the division, because now 154 is with a real big boys player, man, the Sharks.
Yeah, you hope he got enough seasoning at 147 because he's going to need it. And then, we have the co-main, which was rescheduled from a different card. We have O'Hara Davies and Ismael Barroso. Again, because obviously the first time the fight fell apart because Davies didn't get his visa shit straightened away, which was some old bullshit. Because we know Davies, he was associated with a certain group of certain people that currently can't even come to the U.S. and fight, but Davies somehow managed to find a way, and I'm pretty sure it's because of Oscar, because Oscar signing him. So I think we already talked about Davies and Barroso in terms of who we thought. Like, I know, so I think some people thought Davies was. Some people thought Barroso will win. I mean, Davies should win. That's the thing. Like Davies. If Davies,
I think Barroso, but I'm probably wrong. But I'm just rooting for the grandpa. I'm rooting for the grandpa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, Davies should actually win. And if Barroso wins, I won't even be mad at it. Like, to be honest, like, I will not be mad at it at all. And then, that would actually be a absolutely great. It should be a good slugfest, like for real. And then, of course, we have the debut on there of one Arnold Barboza. He's going to be making his debut on there. Against someone that Devin Haney actually fought like in a prospects fight, of all things like that. I think it's like Zolasani and Dungoni, and that's a 10-rounder. And one Sergey Derevyanchenko is also going to be on there facing Rowdy Montgomery, who I think caused an upset on one of the Golden Boy cards too.
Oh, he's kind of a fun fighter.
He is. And Derevyanchenko should actually beat his ass, Like,
he should. But Derevyanchenko, had a fight of the year this year, but he'll be mentioned on that cast with that Munguia fight. But that had to be an end because we thought it was the end before this, but he gave it his all. You know what I'm saying? We'll see that.
But at least with Golden Boy, like I said, it's a completely watchable card. Like I said, Golden Boy knows what to do with
Golden
this.
Boy's reliable, on those cards, yeah.
Yeah, so honestly,
they make the most out of what they have. I give them that. Yeah,
I mean, the only fight that I should see an upset on really is probably the Barroso Davies fight. Like that's the one I could see an upset, but more often than not, I think Davies should actually win that damn fight. So yeah, that's the That's basically the preview for that, and like I said, it's the first card, and like I said, it should be a good watch, and of course should be fuckery, and then we'll end it with the poll topic with the other poll. So Pilot, if you want to bring that up real quick, so we can to go through that, and we'll get up out of here.
Yeah, guys, one sec. So we did a
get
poll.
The Twitter poll, not the other poll, nigga. You're up there moaning and shit.
We did a poll of which of these fighters put up the worst performance this year. We got 291 votes, nearly 300 at Ringing Radio on Twitter. 3 more days to check us out at Ringing Radio, and 33% went to Jamel Charlo. 22% went to Shakur Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
Regis Prograis had 9%, and the remaining 36% was Deontay Wilder.
I get like all of them are good choices. I mean, I know Wilder has the recency bias with him,
as does Regis. That's what Regis said.
Yeah, Regis. But Regis only has 9%, which is weird because Like, I mean, honestly,
not because Shakur was still on the list. That's why.
Right.
Yeah, you'd be surprised if you pick Shakur even though he won the fight because he really lost a lot.
I voted for Shakur.
I mean, he kind of lost because he lost so much luster. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of.
Yeah, and
man ran his mouth all year and fought like a little hoe against like a fellow contender.
A prospect. He's a prospect. I mean, Santos is not a true contender. He's a prospender. You know what I'm saying? He was not a true contender. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, like I said, it was what was magnified first with the Nakatani fight. It's just like dude doesn't trust his chin all that much. Like if he thinks he can't hurt you, he'll do what he does. But if he thinks you're a power puncher, he fights incredibly negative, and it basically it's how like Andre Durrell used to fight in his early days too. Like, cause I still like there was some what was that fight he had with what the fuck was his name? That was a
Curtis Stevens.
Huh?
Curtis Stevens.
Yeah, Curtis Stevens. Yeah, and that fight was. I remember because they hyped up that fight, and that fight was like a whole eyesore. Like, dude's career. I mean, dude career almost came to a halt. Like, because they were like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, he fought so fucking scary, and this was an HBO fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude had a whole.
Yes. Oh my god. I remember I was getting my hair braided during that fight, and Shorty was like, "Why are you watching this bullshit?" I'm like,
and because that shit was the co-main to fucking Ndu Malignaggi, nigga, and it's bad when Malignaggi has a more exciting fight, than that nigga.
Facts.
So I was saying, like, yeah, it was a bad look, and that's what Shakur was against Dos Santos, like, bruh, like, you have the skills, you can punch, you have the size and everything, like, what is you doing? Just get in there and fight that man. You're in Crawford's camp. What the fuck are you doing that you find so negative? And of course, he blamed it on injuries and stuff like that. And then, of course, he doubled down on it and was like, "Fuck y'all!" Like, I did all that. Like, what? Like, basically, he didn't handle that whole situation right. And to me, that's why I was
that's the thing. Yeah, the way he came off, he's trying to be like Floyd with the "you'll pay to see me lose," but I don't even think people care to see him lose. They just don't care.
Right. And it was worse too because we still give him props because obviously when the Frank Martin fight kind of fell apart, we were like, okay, like, what are we gonna do? Like, everyone, and it's just like now, but he took a lot of shine off his luster, and it's bad now because he has a belt now. And fighters are not gonna look at it like, okay, damn, like, okay, I want to face this nigga because he's like, damn, he's gonna stick it out, and he's not gonna engage or do nothing to that shit. And this is where we thought, and this was where we thought he was actually turning a corner, but now it's highly inconvenient. Whereas, Prograis, at least he had 2 bad performances this year, like really horrible performances.
He looked better than the Zarella fight. You know what I'm saying?
But that's Zarella.
Yeah, me and Pete were at the Zarella fight, and of course, obviously, the first 2 rounds were good, and the rest of it was just hot trash. Like,
Yeah, we cared about more what y'all niggas had to eat down there.
Yeah, exactly. So
when we'll talk about 30 minutes about food in New Orleans over the fight, something was up.
Yeah. But even then, like, that shit didn't piss us. That fight didn't necessarily piss me off. It was bad, but it wasn't like Shakur. Because Shakur bad, like, they actually gave him, like, okay, you're leading on ESPN and everything like that. And of course, they followed a fight of the every time Shakur follows a fight of the year, he lays an egg. I just realized that because he followed the fight of the year with the Nakatiya fight, and he followed the fight of the year with this shit. And again, he laid an egg. So
yeah, he just clearly don't trust his chin. He lost a lot of luster. You don't hear his, I haven't heard much Tank vs. Shakur talk anymore. It's kind of funny because 6 months ago, it felt like people didn't like Haney as much, and Shakur was on the favorable side.
Haney always been more entertaining.
Yeah, Haney's more entertaining, but I'm saying now people are seeing it because Haney always was kind of like they're trying to clown Haney sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And kind of degrade Shakur, but it seemed like
because this is the thing. Like, for some reason, I don't know what it is. Maybe we could, ask King P. But when people see, I know Pat already know where I'm going with this. When people see niggas move around and use the ring, they just equate that shit to more skill.
Right.
Y'all see Shakur Stevenson prance around and do the Nightcrawler reflexes and teleportation and shit, and it just looked like it's more skillful. But what Devin does is more natural and more boxing per se. And he's sticking and moving. He's giving different angles. He knows how to fight different styles against different types of opponents. You know what I'm saying? He might get hurt or clipped or whatever or caught, but he battles back. You know what I mean? Or he clinches. He knows how to survive. Like, he just doesn't get scary.
Right.
Like, it's not my fault Linares didn't know how to get him out that clinch and outwork him more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The game is the game.
Right.
If it's Shakur Stevenson, it just seems like he only has really that one You know, kind of like how Sonny Edwards looks, like, you know, that move around shit. You know, he can't beat any quality person that could punch. You know, he's no Pernell Whitaker.
Right.
You know, I honestly think he only has one type of defense, and you're not going to really see until he fights his Bam or whoever has great foot speed. That'll really show who he is, man. So he's going to keep, you know, like you said, it looked like it was a fluke with the Nakatani, that shit, but it's really who he is now. We see it.
Yeah. And like I said, you know, and that's gonna hurt his appeal, and that clearly hurt, you know, because Top Rank. I mean, everyone again. This was worse because everyone got pissed at him. Everyone's like, you know, it's like, and you know, because you know, Shakur got the Twitter fingers like a motherfucker. So yeah, he had to respond to that shit, and you know, he didn't do a good job, and you know, it's highly convenient, especially when his performances were improving. And then Jermell Charlo, who we didn't really talk about all that much, like Jermell Charlo was, I mean. That was disappointing because we advocated for him to be he was a pound for pound guy. We said it before motherfuckers were even saying that he actually was. Like, dude was a pound for pound guy. He wrapped up in the division. He was probably the one person in that particular era of, you know, of PBC, whatever, that was like, okay, dude was trending towards being an all-time great 154 pounder. Like, he was doing it. And then, you know, the Canelo fight was supposed to be the layup into that would probably wrap up a Hall of Fame, like a spot for him. And, you know, and then of course he just didn't take. And one thing that I noticed too, like I mentioned before, is like dude didn't look like he was training Spartan. Like he was with his family, and he was like, oh, I don't gotta be like that. You know, all I need is my family. And you know, dude was he was in the pool and shit. He was taking it easy, like. His demeanor wasn't screaming like he was taking the task at hand. Like
he wasn't angry.
Yeah,
there was no braggadocious. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's like, you know, like bro, like
humble shit.
Yeah, and then you have Canelo, who was training because everyone was saying that he was washed up. Canelo was training like he knew his career was on the line in the way it was. You know, because if Canelo lost, Canelo would have been removed from the pound for pound like ratings for me. Like he would not be in the top 10. He would be gone if he had lost that fight. And then Canelo trained and then it showed like Canelo did what he had been doing before. And Charlo, you think, you know, we always put respect on his boxing game, just couldn't handle it. Like couldn't handle nothing from Canelo. Like he let Canelo bully him, outbox him, outfight him, outpunch him, everything. And he didn't seem to care at the end too. It was just like
no effort, just super minimum. Yeah. Not gonna do shit. I'm gonna survive and just pose type of performance. So
yeah,
like all of these niggas could have been the number one vote, really.
Yeah.
Nah, it was like the best year of boxing. So we had a lot of great performances. You know what I'm saying? But also there was a lot of duds that we can remember. You know. And
absolutely.
And
that's why, like, yeah, we would have to really come down to it. Like,
you can say Joyce in the second fight. You know, Joyce against Zhang in the second fight. You know, there's a few that you could say that didn't make this list.
Oh wow, yeah. There was a lot of it's so many poll topics. Like, like who had the worst year? Joe Joyce, Prograis, Charlo, or what? There's somebody else out there,
right?
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, Charlo, I think we expected to throw more, you know, with Charlo, but
yeah, of course, he has the skill and everything to win that fight. That was never no big ass fight for him like that. It just didn't look like he ate up to 168. It didn't train, and he didn't even go balls to the wall.
Yeah, and then you know, it was like, you know what, I'm gonna get this money, and then that's it.
Yeah, I think it said special delivery. I think it said make this money, take this money. Like that's all he did.
Yeah, that was all. That's all he needed to do. You know, it was just sad. It was just incredibly sad.
It's just the only convenience is the fucking, you know, he had to jump up 2 weight classes and fight a pound for pound guy. So that's it. And everybody like Wilder, he had to fight a former champion, which is somebody he should have been fought on that level years ago. So, you know, like niggas get they just desserts, but even then, Parker's no joke. So that's why I really make Shakur look the worst, because you know he was way overmatched against this guy. Everybody else is more evened out.
Mm-hmm. He was. I mean, yeah. Dos Santos was, again, definition of a prospender. He wasn't a true contender. I mean, do y'all consider El Rayo a contender in the lightweight division?
I want contender, French contender. I mean, he's a notable fighter. Like,
he's like a French contender. He's up there, like fight for a title. Hey, whatever.
For De Los Santos, since he beat him, he's in that same ballpark, or is he a contender? you know what I'm saying?
Well, there's supposed to be a separation. Shakur was already a pound for pound, seen as a pound for pound guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Multiple division champ, like.
There's supposed to be a level of real separation, and all we got was...
This looked like a showbox Andre Darrell fight, like Pat said.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And it's like, come on, like, and we're not talking about a Tim Bradley Jr. Witter showbox fight. We're talking about an Andre Darrell prospect showbox fight,
right?
And this is who Shakur Stevenson is fighting, like, while being a pound for pound top guy, multiple division champ, like, it's not a good look. And it's like, you can't keep yourself in the public eye and be buzzing all year, running your mouth, and then when you fight, this is what you do.
Yeah,
never a good move for your career, bro. Like, because now you don't want people to remember you for talking your shit and not delivering. It's one thing is niggas remember you for talking shit and you just talking shit. Then there's another thing, niggas remember you for not delivering. But putting both together, damn.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. So it's like, I want to see better.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, like straight up.
But yeah, we could wrap this shit up, yo. This is good podcast.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, Pilot, you have any final thoughts?
I don't have much. We ran in pretty late. Shouts out to everybody. Hope everybody had a good year. And, we'll look forward to seeing y'all in 2024. Ring Radio.
Man, classic.
Yo, LB, your final thoughts, yo. That nigga killed me with that shit.
Oh, man. Like, this nigga, he trying to get the spinoff for next year.
For real.
Oh, man. Good cast. Good weekend of boxing. A little overwhelming. But it's cool. Hopefully, next year we get more fights. We gonna have to there's a lot of poll topics, a lot of superlatives we gotta start getting together. I'm gonna work on that for the end of the year show. They're usually my favorite shows, but I never re-listen to them though for some reason. So I don't know, but I really do still feel like 2019 was probably better than 2023.
It was.
Like, it's like I have no doubt about it. It's just big fights that end up being big performances, and fight of the years will always triumph big fights that end up being duds or one-sided fights are okay fights.
Facts.
Like, I don't care how many times niggas is fighting for undisputed or whatever, if the fights don't end up being good, like, and they keep happening at the top level, it's like, is it the boxers themselves?
Right.
So that's something to think about. But the real niggas out there, they feel me. It ain't no recency bias or nothing. Like, y'all know this year was great. This year was great, but it just sometimes it feel like, when we was watching Boxing God this year, like, not everyone gave their all.
No, that's for sure.
So that's the one thing. In 2019, it felt like everybody from every level of the sport was just going extra hard. Pause. But yeah, other than that, there's no boxing this week, right?
No.
So that's it. So we probably just gonna be chilling, Probably tune into the rant tomorrow, so we talk about some other shit.
Yep.
The little farewell show for the end of the year, be the last show of the year. And then after that, I know we'll do the next week. Probably be the end of the year awards, whatever, whatnot. But we'll see. Yeah, remember Pizza Wars is out. Keep following us everywhere. Be locked in with us. We dropping more shit. Yada yada yada. You know what it is? RingGameRadio.com. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yep. And then King P, I see that you made it back. So give your final thoughts before your connection cuts out again.
Oh, good. No, it won't cut out again. I'm good. Last fight weekend of the year. You know what I'm saying? Gave us a lot of talking points, a lot of bullshit, but a lot of good fights too. So something to improve upon for next year. So something to bounce off for next year. Pause. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping for really good fights. I know it's not going to start off crazy, but let's hope by May of next year we won't be whimpering and sighing and having all these issues. Even though I think all things considered, this was a pretty damn good year for boxing. So
it was.
So that's all I got to say about that. Otherwise, you know what it is, RingGangRadio.com. You know where to find us at YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Superlatives coming next week. End of the year awards. Can't wait. Ranting tomorrow.
Yes.
So, got a lot of good stuff coming down the pipe. Pause. And I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow, but I will say this: if I'm not, and if I am, I'll expound on it tomorrow more when we rant. All of you motherfuckers on Twitter, because you haven't wrapped this up already when I've asked you to, because who the fuck cares what I got to say? But I don't give. I care. You motherfuckers that are still polluting my timeline with this Simone Biles, Jonathan Owens shit. Get a fucking life. Like,
and that's what I'm actually gonna rant about tomorrow too, because that's
been going on like for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, because
even Simone Biles told you get a fucking life. God damn.
I'm gonna weigh in more tomorrow on that shit, because that shit was irritating the fuck out of me too. Like, it was like
even the Kali thread is already like rafter status.
Yeah. No.
Like, y'all niggas chill.
That's honestly about to be the fucking that's about to be my quote for fucking next year. Get a life, kid, because a lot of you don't have any lives, like, and it shows with the way you be talking on fucking social media. Always excited about everything.
Yeah. Gotta stop investing in those celebrities' lives, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, because you don't have any fucking life of your own. Once again, get a life, kid.
That shit, you gotta make the meme, nigga.
Yeah, but I mean, my only like thought is, I hope everyone had a good Christmas, and I know my Christmas wasn't ruined because my Eagles won, although there's still some little conflicts here and there. But the Cowboys.
Hold on. So wait, you won that game? Because I didn't even know you ended up winning, because I seen the chat a little bit, and Rome was talking mad shit in there. So I was
of course he was. Every single time that the Eagles look like they're struggling, that nigga comes in there, but he didn't say anything. Like, once the Eagles got the lead and they kept in the kind of, or then they got back and they won. He didn't say nothing. Rome, like I said, because Rome. I mean, because I know it's embarrassing because his Bears are embarrassing this year. So it's like. Yeah, like, he can't say nothing because, like I said, the Eagles are actually in the playoffs, and now they're still in position to take the 1 seed and the division. Just gotta make sure. And then shout out to the Niners and the Cowboys for losing, because now it still opens up that lane, because now we need the Niners to drop one more game. Pilot, I'm looking at your Rams to pull that shit off. In order to get that 1 seed, and we have to win out. So
yeah, and we have to win out. We have to win them and get. I think we make a little bit of help to get in, but
you guys got to win out too to keep your 7 seed.
Yeah.
So it's like But yeah, no. Shout outs for football not ruining my not ruining my Christmas. And it was, like I said, other than that, like, it was a good weekend of boxing, at least to end the week. And yeah, we got some shit for you in store for 2024. So just continue to support us. You see that banner all across your screen. Feel free to contribute, or email ideas, whatever. We'll try to make that shit happen. Pizza Wars is out. Support that and everything, man, because we, no one does it like Ring Gang Radio, man. So
nobody.
Yeah, exactly. We have a website, we have a YouTube. Listen, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and we can all be friends. So for myself, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative. For L, be sure to work for the God, the GOAT artist. For King People, Dago P, and for Conscious Pilot, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk. Where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So, until next time, peace.
Ring and give me one more chance.